Kodali, VP Principal Analyst, Forrester Research, and Nigel Vaz, the CEO of Publicis Sapient. Thank you both for being with us. Sucharita, I'll start with you. I mean, we talk about Amazon and the great run that we've seen and the battle of e-commerce versus brick and mortar. What do you think?
Well, certainly what Walmart has shown is that you can have both a strong brick and mortar as well as a great e-commerce presence. Their e-commerce grew nearly 74% year over year in the first few weeks of the pandemic. And my hunch is that that is much higher than Amazon's e-commerce numbers. And in fact, Walmart was able to capture a lot of the challenges that Amazon had. It was able to get to capitalize on some of the challenges, meaning that Amazon was not shipping the non-essential goods for a significant part of March and April, and for even the essential goods, it was out of stock. So Walmart's ability to capitalize on those shortcomings of its biggest competitor, I think, really helped Walmart.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Nigel? Where's the strength and weakness here?
I think there's real opportunity for physical businesses that are going through real transformation like Walmart to have a pretty significant impact. Because if you think about Walmart, it's got stores all around the country from which e-commerce is something that it can really drive. So using the stores, light stores and dark stores to serve customers, click and collect, pick up in store and delivery from the store versus Amazon, which picked up pretty significant charges in the context of shipping. Now, I think as business starts to get back into the physical environment, there are going to continue to be COVID-related expenses that most of these stores have to invest in. But for me, businesses like Walmart and others that you were talking about that have made a concerted effort to really shift their business to being both physical and digital in equal measure are going to see a lot more success. I think you could also see the fact that they dropped the Jet.com brand, meaning that the Walmart brand is now starting to have the same digital resonance that they expected it to have when they originally made the acquisition. So I think lots of progress to come from folks like Walmart.
Right. Just tell me quickly, you talk about the grocery part of all of this too. Nigel, just a quick thought on that, the grocery versus some of the other things.
I think online grocery was the category that, in America in particular, was the category that was not developing as quickly as perhaps you would have seen outside of North America. But what is starting to happen now is you've started to see a whole generation of customers make the shift to online grocery. And I think that is one of those things that is very sticky. So once you actually start coming back on a repeated basis, week on week, to start to buy your groceries online, it is likely to be a very sticky e-commerce connection. And for the longest time, a lot of the folks selling general merchandising, including Amazon, have always sought to use grocery as the connection into that repeat buying pattern. And I think what we've seen with the pandemic is the acceleration of online grocery by probably about 5 years in terms of adoption. And I feel like those behaviors are going to be particularly sticky. We're seeing a significant number of older people who historically not wanted to buy grocery online making the shift and now starting to realize that actually the convenience factor of knowing what you bought previously and having your shopping lists and have the stuff delivered is pretty convenient.
Yeah, and Sucharita, I want to get your thoughts on that, as well as, we've had some big news today, and feel free to comment on any or all of these things. The first is that Shopify is hitting some new highs here. The stock is up about over 90%. It's up 142%. Shopify is up 142% in 6 months. So Facebook launched a new commerce product called Shops, and it is said to be powered by Shopify. That's number one. The other is that JCPenney may be making a deal with Amazon. Right, we know JCPenney has been struggling with bankruptcy and that Amazon may be very interested in making some sort of deal. And then, of course, we just have the e-commerce story and the grocery story. Sucharita, give me a comment.
Well, first, with respect to Shopify and Facebook, Shopify has been on a tear in large part because of the small merchants that now need the opportunity to sell direct to consumer, and they need some type of a storefront there were a number of the non-essential retailers that had presence on Amazon that Amazon had essentially shut off. So that actually provided a significant opening for Shopify. So it doesn't surprise me that their numbers are up. If they are able to power some of those Facebook merchants, that would be fantastic. But the question is whether or not this is a bona fide play by Facebook into commerce. Facebook has made a number of efforts in the e-commerce arena. The marketplace is probably the strongest, but for the most part, it's not really a viable player. It's a digital advertising partner, but not really a commerce destination. And I'm not sure that a deal like this would make that big of a difference. With respect to JCPenney and Amazon, it is at this point a rumor. There's not really a lot that's compelling about the JCPenney portfolio now. Somebody else had asked me today, oh, could they be dark stores or fulfillment centers? You have to remember, JCPenney stores are still anchor tenants in malls. Those malls have leases attached to them. They can't close those stores and make them dark stores without incurring significant liability. So I'm not sure what the advantage of Amazon buying a bunch of distressed real estate would be, but we'll see. I mean, anything is possible, but this isn't the first time we've heard crazy, outlandish rumors before about Amazon or JCPenney.